morning, good morning. Let me get the chat up. There we are. Show you what I'm eating this morning. This time in the morning I'll show you what I'm eating. Hence the diet, it's no longer. I'll start after Easter. These are wonderful. They're like jelly babies, but because it's Easter, they're jelly chicks. Look at these. And so there's a jelly chick. Look. Good morning, lovely Ben. Wonderful. Good morning, Edge of ASMR. Stuart, please excuse me for talking while I'm eating. Wait, let me just finish this. Golfer girl, good morning to you. Stuart, did I say good morning? Ben, good morning. Joan, good morning. Randy, good morning to you. I've not made any. I've been lazy and I've bought some pancakes. So I'm going to have pancake with lemon juice and sugar later. But these, I needed to show you these. These are wonderful. Usually they're jelly babies, they're called. But because it's Easter, it's jelly chicks. Aren't they cute? So that's what I've been having for breakfast. That and soup. Good morning, Christina. A bit of crumpet. Good morning to you. Good morning. Hayley, have you made any pancakes? Are you making pancakes today? I thoroughly enjoyed them there. Good morning, lovely Pip. Good morning. Jelly babies and soup. And check my hair out, honestly. Look at that. I mean, I just washed it last night. I don't know what's happening with my hair these days. I can't blame the swimming for it. Look at the way it sticks out. I'm not even going to fix it. I'm leaving it like that. I think it shows character. My hair like that. Yes, a healthy breakfast. Jelly sweeties and soup. Oh, see, my soup was wonderful. Thoroughly enjoyed my soup. But I'm up to here in soup. I've got another couple of cups left. But it was good. I mean, I'm not going to, and I've got black pudding and I've got totty scone and I've got eggs and all that in there. But I'm having the soup first. I'm going to finish the soup. But you know what I finished watching last night in my bed? The Night Stalker documentary on Netflix. See, I didn't even know. In the end, it was like common people. It was the public that caught that man. Oh, Hayley, that sounds wonderful. Yes, Stuart, I love black pudding. I love it with baked beans or with tomato sauce. And I know it's not for everybody, but I love it. And it's full of iron, which is good. Jenny, good morning to you. Beautiful Jenny. And Jacqueline, good morning, Jacqueline. I love your Valentine's background that you had. And you done a lovely haul video the other day I watched that I really enjoyed. Ah, Christina, you've been having the veggie haggis with hash browns with mushrooms for breakfast. That sounds amazing. Good morning, walking in hot ice. A bit of crumpet. I know. I saw that. Honestly, words fail me. The man's in the court, right, and he's talking about Satan and all this, right, and he's got Satan's sign on his hand and stuff like that, right. And don't forget, this man was quite happily murdering people and then going and he's making himself a wee sandwich and sitting on their couch watching the TV with his feet up, eating a wee sandwich while the people were lying there dead. right? And there was girls and probably boys as well in the courtroom, like blowing them kisses and stuff like that. Come on, come on. I mean, what did they think? Did they think? Oh, I don't know. Surely they don't think that man would kill MJ, but he wouldn't kill me because I'm so in love with him. I'll tell you, they need a they need. I don't know. I'm not one for violence, but if you were to be slapping someone's face with a wet fish, it'd be they people. They people need slapped with a wet fish on their face. Preferably a smelly fish. A smell. Do you know what they need slapped with? A tench. And if MD knows anything about tench, they're the slimiest. That and eels are slimy, slimy fish. That's what they need slapped with. I know, God, I couldn't believe it. He's in the courtroom and he's like that to them as well. To these girls, and they're all like, oh, oh. Mm-hmm. He wasn't good looking. There was nothing good about the man. I don't know why people think that serial killers are attractive. Pip, see, I'd be a good judge or politician, and that I'd probably make that one of my rules if I was to become politician. That some people, right, that don't deserve the jail, right, and maybe they've not got the money for a fine, right? Maybe they're skint and they've absolutely no money. They can't afford the fine. I'll be public slapping on the face with a slimy fish. Right, and people, I'd go and see that. I'd go and sit for a day watching people getting slapped in the face with a tinge, all the slime. You'd need one of the visors that they wear nowadays. See, one of the COVID visors, the ones that it's just a plastic sheet that comes down like that. You'd need to wear that because I'm pretty sure the slime would be flying off it, and you wouldn't want that in your eye. I wouldn't be wanting it. Go for girl. I was quite frankly shocked to see him going like this as well. See, like Laurel and Hardy, like Hardy used to go like this. That's what he was like in the court, as if butter wouldn't melt my mouth, eh? Said the man that killed all the people. I mean, honestly, but it was the public that took him down, and I think bravo for the public. He got noticed on a bus. He got noticed on a bus, and the public were all going, "There he is, get him." There was people chasing the man with iron bar. That would happen here. See, in my street, that's what would happen. The people, you know, chasing him with iron bars and stuff like that, got a hold of him and sat him down. And he was sitting on the side of the road like that when the police came along, but it was like a lynch mob. They were going to, I mean, and you know what he said? They wouldn't be like that if I had my pistol with me. Oh no shit, Sherlock. No shit, Sherlock. That's a saying here. That's a saying. I don't know if it's just a Scottish saying or if it's worldwide, but know how Sherlock Holmes, right? People, see if something's like blatantly obvious, we say, "No shit, Sherlock." Another lesson on the Scottish language for you today. Another. So that's, see, next time somebody says something, you just go, "No shit, Sherlock," right? If it's blatantly obvious, then say that. Golfer girl, they wouldn't be famous for very long if he got his hands on them, let's face it. They wouldn't be famous for very long. They'd be done in. Pip, do you say that as well? No shit, Sherlock. I think that's a wonderful saying. I think that's a great saying. I think we should all say that to someone today. That's what I'm going to say it to my boy. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to say it to him because I just like saying it. Christina, see, that's oh, I don't know. But there was a poor girl, and she's on this program, and it was her grandparents, or it was her grandmother that got murdered, and she was at the trial. She was at the trial, and she could only sit through some of it because it was really upsetting her as it would, and she felt sick. She says, and she had to leave the courtroom. She said, so she went out and there was a bench and she sat on the bench and there was other people on the bench as well. She says, and I'm just presuming that these people are the same as me, that they can't take these details that's been going on, blah, blah, blah. She says, and all of a sudden somebody rolls up their sleeve and they had the devil's sign on their arm. She says, and that's when I realised I was sitting next to people that were sympathisers with this matter. I don't understand it. Yes, Christina, that makes me. That's. It was like the poor wee boy that in the Moors Murderers, Keith Bennett, I think his name was, and he was the last wee boy that had never been found on the moors, and the Moors Murderers never gave up where he was buried, and his mum her whole life petitioned and got them to have a look at the moors again, and they never did find him. They never did find this wee boy. They know he's on the moor somewhere, but it's an awful big place. Yes, walking the hot. I'd be getting told to get out with the judge because I'd be wanting to say stuff to him. See you, yeah, and be all X-rated stuff. I'd be saying to him, not sexy time stuff, like not like tell him that there is a special place in hell for you. You've always wanted to go there, so that's where you're going, and it's not going to be the way you think it's going to be. Oh my goodness, a bit of crumpet, my God. Well, see, I could blame Aquaman for that. I could be on the bloody Aquaman. Here, you get over here to Scotland. Over here, I think he's been doing a bit of that. Here, we all know what Eminem has because I've been dreaming about him at night. We all know about that, don't we? Me and Eminem have been underwater buddies. We've been buddies underwater. Oh, he's been a merman and I've been a mermaid. That's what's been happening. But yeah, so I finished watching that last night, and I was quite happy that the public did get hold of him, because I think we're all really secretly wanting that when things like that happen. That we want the public to get hold of these people. So I was quite happy that. Did they say good morning to you, beautiful Gemma? Yes. Do you know something? I was actually meant to go to Glasgow High Court. Now, the High Court is a place for all the terrible crimes. It's not like the Sheriff Court. It's like murders and things like that go on in the High Court. And I got told to go to jury duty in the High Court. But I didn't go. But the reason I didn't go was because I was just not long after having my leg operation. So I couldn't go anyway. So I had sent them a message, and they get in contact with your doctor. You go through all that. They get in contact with your doctor, and the doctor had said, I've just been through this operation. So they've took me off the roll for life, right? So I'm no longer going to get jury duty. But I was glad in a way because I don't know if I'd be able, if I could cope. See, if it was like anything to do with kids or anything like that, I would never be able to get that out my mind. And with the High Court, that's the kind of stuff that happens in the High Court. It's all bad trials there. So I'm glad I didn't need to go. And God bless the people that do go and sit through that, because they're going to be haunted. Oh my goodness, Christina. See, some people they are twisted and gross. I think some people do enjoy jury duty and always want to be on a jury. I personally wouldn't. And when I seen that it was the High Court that they wanted me to go, I was thinking, oh my God, no, I wouldn't want to be doing that. But as I say, it was just not long after I got the leg operation. But it shows you what they do. They don't just take your word for it. I can't go because I've had this operation with my leg. They actually contact your GP and everything like that. And you've got to give them the GP authority to tell what's wrong with you. So I had all that to do to get out of going to court. I wouldn't have wanted to. Oh my goodness, walking hot. See, that's the one that's the kind of thing that I wouldn't be able to get that out of my mind. In fact, do you know what trial I thought? The last trial that I watched, that I thought, my God, they jury people. Um, I don't know if they've taken off the juror's role for life, but Jacqueline, my soup was wonderful. I've still got some left. Um, Joel Guy, the guy that murdered his parents. It's just been happened like a couple of months ago. Joel Guy, and he was the man that stayed in St. Orleans or New Orleans, sorry. And he was like a 30-year-old guy, and he'd never had a job in his life, and his mum and dad paid for everything. They paid for his education, they paid for his food, they paid for everything they paid for. So the mum and dad decided it was time that they were going to retire and they were getting a new house, and that their son better find a job and be able to um, make money on his own. He was a big boy now, and you've got to do it yourself. So he murdered his parents, and he had a notebook, and it was, see if he's like this kind of thing, look it up. He had a notebook, and number one, he had number one, murdered dad, right? Murdered dad, and then two, dismember dad, put in acid. Number three, wait till mum comes home. Number three, B, murder mum, right? And this is what he done. And as well as that, he had dad's assets. The boat was 80,000 for that, and then there was like the car they had was 40,000 right there, and the house was like 500,000 there. We've got half a mil. Right, so he done all that, and not only did he write this all down, he done it. He done all this. But when I watched the trial live. But when you're watching it live, you don't see the pictures. Thank God, you don't see the pictures. But the jury had to see the pictures, and I think I would have been physically sick. I think I would have physically been sick if I was to see the kind of pictures. So some of these people that they do the jury duty, I mean, my God, they should be taken. See, after they do a case like that, I don't know if they do, but see, once they do a case like that, they should be taken off jury duty forever. I think they've done their bit, and that's good. Yes, see, I'm like that. It would swirl round in my brain forever. See, I could believe it when I get the thing through, and it was for the High Court. I was like, oh. See, if it would have been the Sheriff Court, it would have been different. The Sheriff Court deals with like petty thing, well, not real, well, robberies, like shop robberies and things like that. Assaults, things like that. Nothing too bad. But the High Court is for all the really bad stuff like murder and I know. I don't know if you can hear this. I've got the police helicopter again buzzing above my roof. It's been doing this for about half an hour now. It knows we're talking about true crime. They're on to me. They're on to me. uh, yes, forensics. I find that very fascinating. I love that. I know. I don't know what I've done. It's probably Mrs. Doubtwater. She's probably up there flashing or something like that. You know what she's like. So that's what I watched last night. I know. I know. See, I stay in probably a rough area, you would say, and I do stay next to some main roads as well. So, the helicopters over my bit quite a lot actually. See, at night is really weird. At night, I feel as if I'm in Terminator. See how Terminator, the beginning of Terminator, when you've got all the things all flying about. That's what it's like here. Some nights when the police are flying about and they've got the spotlight on. I actually feel now this is bad, but I feel, see, when that spotlight's going, I feel like going out in the middle of the road and start doing some dancing like that in the middle of the spotlight. They'd be like, just arrest her. Just arrest her now. That's a criminal. That's a criminal dance, that. I don't know what we'll get her on something, boys. We'll get her on something. Eh, Sarah, I missed what you said before that. See, I do miss things. I miss things. Mm-mm. Oh, you just had an interview. See, that's how long it took me to find your thing. I'll have my fingers and toes crossed for you, Sarah. She's probably having an illegal rave as we speak. I think it's just her way to get in the young people. Yes, maybe they heard about that, me being out there having a wee bit of flavouring outside my front door. Don't tell Nicola. Oh no, I've not seen that, Gemma. Do you know what I was watching last night as well? Oh my goodness. In fact, I'm going to find this for you right now. It's so good. I don't want to get the name wrong. It's so good. I'm kind of going to binge watch it today. That's what I'm going to do. It takes me a while. I don't know what I'm doing here. Ah, it's called Tribal People Try. Right? This is it here. Tribal People Try. This is what I was watching as well last night. And it's these people here, and they've never tasted things like McDonald's. There's the McDonald's one. I watched that last night. Tribal people try McDonald's breakfast, and they're going hash brown. They don't know what it is, and they're going, "What is this?" And they're saying it's egg and stuff like that. So this is, you can see the ones I've been watching. The Kinder Egg one I watched. A surprise gift. So I'm going to be watching this today. A Subway. I watched that as well. Ah. So yeah, that was funny last night. That was good. Sarah, I'll have my fingers crossed that you get that. Yes, Gemma, what's her name? Her name is Bailey something, and she does murders, mysteries, and makeup. I think her channel's called. And she talks about a lot of cases as well. Um, a lot of ones that I'd never heard of, only she done them, and then I looked into them. Fargo. I don't think I've heard of that golfer girl. Pip, it's hilarious. There's one that they're eating biscuits for the UK. So they've got a wagon wheel, and they're going, a wagon wheel, a wheel. Is it like a wheel and all that? And they're going, chocolate and everything like this. And then they've got a custard cream, and they're biting into a custard cream. Some of them are like that with it. And a jammy dodger. They're eating a jammy dodger. Good morning, lovely Haley. It's really funny. I was laughing with them eating the McDonald's breakfast. And see, anything, if they say to them anything from America, they're going, America. America makes everything tasty. And I'm thinking, they do. They do. They know it. That'd be a good video, walking in hot ice. Ah, yeah, I can remember the Hobbit slightly. Modern Family. I think I've heard of it before. Is it a comedy? There's my lovely Sophie. You're busy with your moving. Well, just think, I know it'll be stressful because moving and getting married is like two of the most stressful things ever. Divorce is up there as well. I can vouch for that. But you'll be in your nice new place soon. So I'll need to watch that, Haley, then, because I like comedies. But this is a good one. Meet the Natives. It's in Channel 4. I don't think I've ever seen that either. Oh, Jenny the Terrible Twos. I remember the Terrible Twos, and it's true. It happens. But I think it's them just getting they're getting a sense of who they are, and they're getting a sense of what they like and what they don't like, and they like to try and push it as hard as they can. The Terrible Twos. I remember that. And it's funny how they all go through it. They all go through the Terrible Twos. You know, tantrums, like they don't want that, so they'll throw it. Do you know one of my kids' favourite game is just throwing toys down and then crying, so I pick it up and give them back, and then they throw it down and I've got to pick it up. That was a horrible game. That I hated that game. There's my sweet sky. Good morning, sweet sky. Good morning, morning, morning. Pip. Everybody goes through it, and I think their wee teeth and all that all start getting sore around about that time, don't there? Is it a wee bit older than 2 they start teething? No, it's about 2. No, 2 they start teething bad. Do you know the funny thing was? See my kids, when they were teething, they always ended up with a sore bum as well. I don't know why this happens, but it happened to the 3 of them, and I don't know why, but I never had horrible nappies or anything on them, or left a nappy on too long. They always get, if anything, they get changed before they needed to be changed. Because I hate the thought of them sitting in wetness or anything like that. So I don't know why their bum used to end up sore, but it happened to the 3 of them. Jenny, I feel for you, Jenny. All I can tell you, Jenny, is see when you're my age, you look back at these kind of things and you wish you were back there again. So see what you're experiencing. I wish I could go through it again. I miss them being 2, my wee babies. I still look at them as if they are at times. You've got to have eyes in the back of your head with toddlers. They're into everything. And they're into everything in a split second. Like Amanda with the Christmas, mind I told you Amanda had the Christmas, she was in the Christmas tree. She pulled the Christmas, it wasn't the big one that I've had there, it was like the size of the one I've got out there, my pink one. It was like a 6-foot tree, and we had it in a corner, and we had chairs at either side of it, and she was in her W-er, I can't say the word. She was in that at the time, and so we knew that she wouldn't be able to get at the tree, but she managed to get her leg up on the side of this thing and pull herself out, and she pulled it, and it came down like that. Just as I turned round, it was like slow motion watching the tree. But she was very festive looking, Amanda. She had lights and everything all around her. She was festive as hell. She wasn't injured in any way, but that was a eye opener that she could. This was a new thing that she could do, was climb. Oh, I know. I loved it when they were that age. I loved being able to tell them stories about fairies and things like that, and they believe in magic and stuff at that age, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful telling them. And I've always said, when I have grandchildren, my wee fairy village out there, I'm going to have a whole story made up about that wee fairy village at night, about that the fairies actually do come to Granny's garden at night. And we'll have a whole thing out there, and we'll maybe leave a cookie or 2 out, and it'll be gone in the morning, obviously. See, I think I was a good child. I don't think I gave my mum and dad too much grief. Medically, I did. That wasn't my fault though, but medically I did, because I was in and out of hospitals a lot, which was, I always felt sorry for myself until I became a parent and felt the stuff that my mum and dad must have been having to go through, taking me to the hospital all the time. Oh, thank you, Pip. Oh, go for girl, yeah. I know a lot of people are suffering right now. I mean that's a year that we've been doing all of this. I'm hoping that we get out of this lockdown soon. That's what I'm hoping. But honestly, see, sometimes I look out there during the day and it's as if there's absolutely nothing different. There's people out there hugging and kissing and cuddling, and folk out on their bikes and out playing in the street and things like that. So they're not, and the police have gave up. I've not seen a police officer, and I've been looking. You know that. I've not seen a police officer about. Remember they said they were going to have the army, and that was the biggest letdown of last year. I sat out there at my gate for 3 months waiting in the army, and they never turned up. That was a letdown. I was going to enjoy that. I'd enjoyed that thoroughly. I'd have had to, I don't know, I'd have needed their assistance with something. Oh, can you help me with something? Oh, you're very strong, aren't you? But like, stay away from that bungalow. Stay away from her. Oh. I was waiting up time. Yeah, I'd have made them all a wee cup of tea, Pip. I'd have been like, who? Many sugars, two for you. Right, two as well for you. You don't take sugar. You want coffee, right? Do you want a little snack, a little biscuit, or just come into the kitchen? Come in, lock the door behind them. Got yous in now, eh? Got yous in. Oh, see, that would have been fun. I'd see. I've got a good imagination. All this goes swirling round my brain. Having a good imagination's good sometimes, but then it's bad other times because if you've got a good imagination, nasty stuff can also swirl around your brain. But a lot of times it's right good stuff. Yes, I've seen that, Pip, that you can go to a hotel. If you come here, they're putting people up in a hotel for 10 days. I wouldn't mind getting put up in a hotel for 10 days myself. Do you know what I'd like? My place that I go swimming, they could book me up for 10 days. Then I can go to my swimming for 10 days. I miss my swimming. It'll be great when I'm able to swim again. I wonder how all my wee people are that go up the swimming. I hope they're all okay. See, I wonder about that because a lot of them are older, like ladies and gentlemen, and I hope they're all okay. Oh, Jenny, yeah. See, me and my mum were talking about that, about the youngins. And somebody said to me before, that sounds as if you're saying onions. Youngins. Not onions. Um, because they should be out enjoying themselves. Oh my goodness, Sky. See, you're oh, somebody's car getting towed away. You're giving off the vibes, Sky. Giving off. And did you say yes? Was he a keeper? Do you think? Ah, your pigeon. I had the pigeon staring in the window this morning. I showed my mum. But I also had two male pigeons out there. And you know they're male pigeons because they were doing a wee dance. There was a female out there and they were doing a wee dance and they've got all their feathers all ruffled up and they're dancing round her in circles like that. I think it's so cute. So cute. Yeah, so I was saying to my mum as well about like Peter, he should be at the university bar and stuff like that. They sell cheap booze, if you're in university, they've got the university bar and it's like a pint for 60p or something, or it was back in my day. Cheap booze, but it's a place for the young people to go and mingle. So he's missing out on all of that. He's missing out on his university. That's the time in your life that you're meant to be letting your hair down. Oh. No, I don't think they're allowed in, but Nicola's not letting anybody into Scotland at the moment. Donald Trump tried it. Remember, he was trying it. He was going to be coming up to his golf course, and Nicola says, "Nope, you're not allowed." Ah, Kristen, yeah. Yeah, but then again, I don't know if there's someone at the border not allowing you in. I don't know what's happening. But do you know something I have realised about this whole thing? How disorganised governments are. They've just been disorganised for the beginning. Nobody knows anything that's going on. So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to go and have another cup of soup. Get rid of this soup. I'm starting to get fed up with the soup. I've ate that much. Ah. So hope you have a lovely day today, and I'm going to go and watch something funny. You should watch that Tribal People Try. It's a good laugh. And I'll be back again tomorrow, midweek tomorrow already. And I'll see you then. So bye everyone.